Mombasa, the CS said he will deliver the new bill before Usherikani to become an act of parliament. In it, we have worked to ensure that the national government, which is going to be under the roles and activities of the commissioner, is not excess. It has not put too much powers on the commissioner. That the commissioner cannot come to the Sacco and institute inspection without collaborating with the county government. And if there be a case that CAK must be put on a notice, all right? So that before they do something, they need to consult with us. Why? In the past, the regulator, for example, SACCO would just call upon you and direct you what to do, isn't it? And say, for example, now, the board members, you will be required to go to the Sacco 3 times in a year. The same, going forward, they must consult who? The apex organization for the Sacco movement, so that we are able to interrogate and understand the decisions they are going to make. You think we are value? Are we going to add value? Because if the regulator comes to you, you will fear. You don't know what else he can do to you, you will submit. But for us, we are not in business. So we will be able to engage and refuse. So we have done that, and we are expecting that that will happen. And therefore, I want to urge you to support your apex. You are as strong as your apex organization. It's good that you are teachers. You know you are a very strong union. And Odongo, was it called Odongo? Yes. That man who could talk until he cried for teachers. Progress free, you are split into 3. Senor. So I have seen there's a third one, eh? There's a new one. For Uko, Masinani, the one who gives us basic education, the one who made us to read and speak English. So if the government wants to split and control the corporate movement, they will make sure that we are split and we are not speaking in one voice. That was introduction on whom CAK is. The new bill, the new act, is going to change the structure and form of the manner in which cooperatives are going to operate. It has been structured to give authorities and the structures along the value chains. Agricultural cooperatives are going to become very strong. The tea SACCOs will come together. The coffee farmers will come through. The teachers who are coming through to become our federations. So the powers will be through the federations to take care of the interest of that value chain. And therefore, by next year, CAK structure will change. Because now federations will be the primary source of the leadership in the apex organization. Okay? We need to be strategic, therefore, to start planning on how are we going to look like once this bill comes through. I want to summarize a few things that I wanted to speak. I don't want to take long. I saw a reference. Wait. There is a man called Naboth. book of Kings, is it chapter 21? I think so. Just confirm. Naboth had a vineyard next to a king who was called who? Called who? Ahab. Ahab went to him and said, I want your vineyard so that I can make a vegetable garden for myself. Then what did this man say? He said, God forbid, in verse 3, God forbid that I may sell the inheritance of my fathers to you. Am I paraphrasing? Verse 3. God forbid that I may sell the inheritance of my fathers to who? To you, O king, with all the respect. It costed him his life at the end of the day. And how did it happen? The same fellas, good friends he had, two of them, scandalous men, were sent to give false witness against him. That he has blasphemed God and the king, and therefore was stoned to death. We are here at such a time when we have inherited the cooperatives that we are leading today. It was the vision of our forefathers, the founders, who are not here. True? Isn't it? The men and women who formed our cooperatives in now some of you are 50 years old. Listen, you are celebrating 50 years old. They may not be there. But we are now enjoying the fruits of their vision. That's what we are enjoying. What was the vision of our forefathers? They came together to form cooperatives so that the cooperatives can provide their members access to affordable financial services, access to affordable insurance services, affordable housing, all right? Affordable medical access, and therefore to change the lives of their members, and in the process by giving them affordable credit, access to affordable what? Credit, so that they can grow their wealth and become rich and live a better life so that they can live a life beyond 80 years. Quality life. When you look at the foundational thinking, dividends, high interest rate was not part of what they were thinking. And I've always given you an example that when you borrow at higher interest rate, it means you take less money from the society. But when your interest rate is low, your member takes more loan, and therefore he can multiply his wealth. That's why for the last 3 years, as Ushirika Council on the national level, we are not giving any trophy for anybody who is giving the highest dividend, but we are going to give a trophy for the society that is going back to the fundamentals of our great fathers to give your members access to affordable services. What? Ni Marube. Mumesikia maneno? Mumesikia mambo Marube ameleta hapa? Number 2, Matthew chapter 5. My preacher today talks about the Beatitudes. Blessed are they, isn't it? Matthew 5, chapter 5, verse 5 says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the what? The earth. So, I'm here summarizing the leadership. through that chapter by saying, for us to take this cooperative movement to the future beyond us, it requires men and women who are going to serve with the makers. When you are me, you are quiet. You don't want noise in the cooperative movement, isn't it? Biashara ya cooperatives haitaki nini? Makelele. You have to be a meek person listens. A meek person has controlled his appetite. And he can not come without like it. We must control our appetite if we must transform our cooperatives into the future. The appetite to get rich, the appetite to be like the Ahab. You want to take what belongs to your friend. And we will become stewards of the resources of our members with that appetite. When I joined the National Bank a little while ago, and I was told we go to the strong room. For my first time, I saw the strong room, what it looks like. The coins are near the door. The 5 shillings note that time, 10 shillings, 100 note was the biggest, it's deeper inside. And all over, it's like a library of money. And I started sweating because I have never seen that much money. I was told, this is not money. This is the stationery of a banker. It's a what? Stationery. Any bankers in the house? You look at the money as money with value, or it is just a stationery? It's just a stationery. It's like a person working in the hotel and you are seeing those forks and spoons. Those are your tools of work. Because if you put into your mind that these tools are of value, there will be some tendencies to do what? To steal. The resources we have been given to take care as leaders, they belong to the owners. We are only custodians. And then verse 8 says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see what? See God. It means, gentlemen, that every decisions we are making, are we pure in our mind? Are we making the decisions for the good of our members and for tomorrow? Or we are making decisions to feed and quench our desires of hunger that we have. And we say, to be pure at heart, then as leaders, we must kill self. When you are making a decision and you are in that board, just know I'm sitting here because I am a trustee. And therefore, I can divorce myself from the decision I'm going to make because it's the decision for tomorrow, for the good of everybody else. Let us not be the generation that will sell the inheritance of our fathers. I myself, I cannot. And I'm going to show you. We, at the moment when the cooperative movement we are in, we have become attractive to Ahabs. They will offer you anything to sell your inheritance. But I'm here to say, you remember this day, that let us keep God, that we pass over the inheritance of our fathers to our next what? Generation, having been improved and better than it was. Good. Now my presentation starts. I will be very brief. There was was doing introduction. Yeah, now I'm at the heart, you know. Let me see the professional members, members of the professional society of cooperators who are present here. I'm one of them, I'm one of the founder members. Professional cooperators, society members. Aya, sio, amuko. Hey. When others are talking about CAK, we're talking about what? Professional cooperators. That's where we're heading. So my name you will be seen there, a title. As a founder member of the professional what? Cooperators. It's a profession. Not everybody can do cooperatives. Now, we have said that we have been inherited cooperatives with a good name, isn't it? We have a name. Number two, we have numbers. We have numbers. Number three, we have resources. We have data. Out there, people are talking about 1 trillion. So we're becoming more attractive. Number five, we have inherited a young population. Obado talked about 19 years. A young population which is more educated, which is more learning, and very, very, very adaptive to change. They are more of electronic, they are more digital people. Some of us here, if you put your TV off and you put something, you go to the cartoon area, and I give you a remote, tell you put Citizen TV to work use, we will take hours, isn't it? You be putting volume instead of changing the channel. But a standard one child, not even to BB2, they can maneuver everything, isn't it? Those are our future. Those are the people we are going to hand over the baton of the cooperative movement to. Let me now go here. I'm saying, and I think our chief guest and the CEO from Syrian Bank mentioned and said, the future is in collaboration, and I'm saying also on shared services. Part of what cooperatives have given us in the bill to the Apex organization. You know, when I'm talking about Apex organization, I am completely divorced of it. That institution, I look at CAK as the Apex organization, very far from me. How will it serve the population? Because we are all soon retiring. But what is it that we are going to leave behind that the children will say we inherited? It was worth inheriting. It has been given, among others, an additional 3 functions. Number one, to establish shared services, platforms in digital world, to create a shared services on audit services. So next year, we will be establishing an audit firm owned by the cooperators to provide affordable audit services continuously to its members. Sasa ile tutakuwa registered by ISPA, but most of their members will going forward will not get the kind of jobs we have been giving them unless we employ some of them to come and work for us. We will be providing legal services as a shared services. Instead of each one of us looking for our own lawyers in our respective towns, you have an issue, we have a place you place your request and you get legal services. And also, we will be providing services on dispute resolution as a service. And what we have said, all of you, those who are senior, who have worked in the cooperative for many years, you will be taken for training you become a professional arbitrator. So if you're living in Embu, we take you from Embu, you go to Kakamega, you go and arbitrate cases in Kakamega, so that we don't have a reason to go to court. We resolve issues quickly. We resolve the issues quickly. So, let me now conclude. The way I see cooperatives, by the way, I have 45 years experience in cooperatives. Nani amenishika? Who has more than 45 years experience in cooperatives? Good, so I can speak with authority. The way I see cooperatives to survive going forward, we need to develop a secure ecosystem and support it. Ecosystem. What does that mean? I will come here to the financial services. This is where you belong. Providing affordable financial services to our people, that is our core mandate as SACCOs. And that was the reason why cooperative bank was also created at that time by our fathers. Because commercial banks were very expensive that time. They were not even giving loans to coffee or daily cooperatives. So now you have become a strong entity in terms of managing the financial resources of all our corporate, the entire cooperative movement. Coffee, tea, cotton, name it. So we need to abide our members here. Number two, we say the vision our people had on housing has not changed. We need to have a specialized institutions that provide housing for our people. In fact, health, in the year 2025, we will bring within this wheel health cooperatives. We need to have all of us to come together and start putting up our own hospitals. A hospital, a physiotherapy somewhere where our operators can go and get services. We are a university. The university was created to provide education. I saw the government is going to recruit 50 people, young people, to serve in county and the National Department of Cooperatives, and we have put in a case that those people must have at least a diploma in cooperatives from cooperative university. Is that a good thing? Si tuko na watoto wengi wamesoma cooperatives. Yeah. So we have this is an ecosystem we are building. And we are saying, within here, we have the professional society of cooperators as our professional body to make sure that the staff we are employing, our managers, have undergone through cooperative training and they know our values and the principles and how to talk to our members. So education. We need to develop an ecosystem on lobby and advocacy, very strong. Very strong. We need advocacy, very strong. Let me tell you, the reason why we are delayed to have the bill is because the county government will want to have all the powers over you. All the powers, from registration to registration, from inspection until you die as a society. You know, I give an example of Kisi, Nyamira County. We had a Sacco. The first governor thought the secretary who was from that Sacco competed with the governor for the governorship. The cooperator became number 2. Immediately the governor entered the office, he went for the what? For the Sacco, because he said it is the money of the farmers which were being used for to campaign against him. To date, 10 years down the road, the Sacco has not working out. The Sacco is dead. If we give powers to the county government, you will never survive. You will be at the mercies of the what? Of the governor. If the governor saw you in a meeting or laughing in a wedding with his opponent, he will come to you on money. The money you are using, the money of the society to fight him. So we have checked those excesses so that you are protected from the county government. So we need a very strong lobby and advocacy institution, and the law is going to provide for the apex organization. Behind the apex organization, then we have who? We have your institutions, federations. The federations will be behind it to give you support. The council members will be coming from the federations. So your federation will be very key on lobby and advocacy. We have risk. I think all the speakers in the morning were talking about risk. Risk is all about insurance. We need to have our own strong insurance, and that's the reason why CIC was created. How many of you are delegates of CIC here? Let me see by a show, man. Very good, quite a number. Thank you. Thank you. It is part of our ecosystem. Just imagine if all our members were buying insurance from CIC, what would be our share, isn't it? So we need to support our ecosystem. And lastly, technology. We now have registered COPTECH as a cooperative society to provide technology as a shared services to the ecosystem. And remember, we have talked about this for several years. It was launched last year by the CS. It has got the approval from the government. It has been tested. We have a core banking and a digital platform for us that can provide you, after the many years of service, I'm told it's a system that we can be able to provide us with affordable, resilient, scalable, secure, efficient, affordable, open system, very easy to integrate to and a connection to the national payment system that allows you to lend and borrow from each other. The coffee farmer, the coffee union, when they have excess money, like now when they want to get their coffee, the teachers can borrow using this platform from them. You lend and borrow from each other seamlessly. We're seeing that the future, therefore, for the cooperative movement is within here. We need to ensure that under this training and advocacy, we have Cusco doing its role as a union. So then we are interrelated. All right? We do business amongst ourselves. The day we will embrace this, Safaricom will be talking about us in their boardroom. Nobody we will be the person to be talked about, isn't it? Our members are suffering from digital lending. There are so many digital lenders. This system here, we have a digital lending platform for the entire cooperative movement. Entire cooperative movement. We all come together and put our money there. If our members are then, they want a quick money, they borrow. We clear them from your SACCOs. They get the loan. The interest, instead of going to Mtara and the sure and the rest, the money comes back to who? It comes back to you. powerful that tool is. It's a very, we have talked about it, it's now here. Do we still need in the future to invite guests from outside to come and tell us about the importance of technology? For how long? What is it that we are fearing? Whatever we are looking for is in CAK. It is available in terms of technology. It is a core banking system run by Oracle, able to deal with millions of transactions in an hour, within an hour. It is able to give you HR module. It has a mobile banking, mobile technology, which is very dynamic. You do not need to open more branches anymore. Can I tell you? What in the next few years, the biggest Sacco that is going to take number one in this country will may not necessarily have more than one branch. You don't have. With this technology, you don't have, you will one day need to send your salespeople to Kisumu, to Mombasa, whatever. Recruit members. You do not need a physical building. What happens? Let me take, for example, Cooperative Bank has how many? 12,000 agents. When I look at something. All of us here, look at the number of branches you have. The moment we are in this particular platform, your branches and outlets and your ATMs will become available to all the SACCOs who are on that platform. So what we do, we just bring a sticker. We just take your sticker and put them in all those agents, including wherever you say CAK available. And then all of us as a corporate movement, we have one team number. So the corporate movement becomes one. You own the numbers, but they can get the services from anywhere. From anywhere, Chairman. You send your salespeople to Peter. They recruit members and you come here. We only go to all the SACCOs around that area and they put the stake of CAK. Wherever your members see that CAK, they go there and they will be served as if they were members of IG. When the IG members come to Mount Kenya, they get the services from any other member as if they belong to them, because we are on the same platform. In other words, Citibank said there are how many branches? How many branches? 35. This platform will say, will make your Sacco a branch of the cooperative movement. So all of us will look like we are a branch of one entity. That is how I see my future for the cooperative movement. The risk of you talking about cybersecurity and everything else, you transfer it here. It means it looks like it's like all of you can close down your ICT department and you transfer it. It becomes your back office, being offered by who? By your institution, where you will be the leaders. You are the directors there. You will be the delegates, secured and regulated by all the necessary bodies. This is the inheritance that I'm looking forward, that we can all have that vision and hand it over to our next generation. That is the kind of a Sacco people are looking for. That's where our children will be moving to. Today, was it last week, I came, the policeman stopped me. I didn't know that my insurance had expired from November. I told the police officer, thank you very much indeed. I did not notice that it was expired. What did I do? I took the phone and purchased the insurance cover Before I could be taken to court, my car was insured. The owner told me, now you have wasted my time, you that. Kwa sababu ilikuwa wapi, nimemwonyesha the picture of the insured of the stick. Within 1 hour. We want all our members, if they want insurance, if you want a mortgage, if you want housing, you want to work, you want a training, whatever you need, you get it on your at the palm of your hand. I want to stop here. I speak this. I was the head of electronic banking in the cooperative bank. I raised it from zero. Today, 90% of their income is coming from what I'm giving you today. This will be the largest bank in East Africa. This will be the largest bank in East Africa. Look at it. If we came together and we put our resources as we speak, how many people have used technology to send SMSs and all that? You will get your SMSs from bundles from there. We will purchase it in bulk. We sell it at an affordable price, but still retain some commissions. You get in all the government services, we have tested all of them. They are working. You get everything from the arm of your COPTEC, owned by us. This thing, the ecosystem, interconnections, working with ourselves, amongst ourselves, and the future is bigger than you can see. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you.